Welcome to Unlocking Las Vegas with your favorite redhead realtor, Erin Pierson-Mills. We're going to be covering the greater areas of Las Vegas all the way to Pahrump and Mesquite, talking about trends, events, sports, and more. I'm super excited to welcome all of our guests this year and have a great time, which is everything Unlocking Las Vegas.
Welcome back to another episode of Unlocking Las Vegas with your host, Erin Pierson-Mills, and my partner, G. Skillet.
It's Homie G. Skillet.
Okay, what's your real name?
Listen, every time we come on here, she's like, oh, Farras is my handler, and she's this or she's that. I said, I'm just Farras. It's fine. It's
Farras literally will not take any label that I give her.
I'm a Homie G.
She's my business partner. She's my manager. She's my everything. So
we're just here together.
All right.
We're just existing.
All right, Farras G. Skillet.
Welcome.
Okay.
Welcome.
Super, super excited and passionate about today's subject.
Oh, wow. She's pumped. She's ready.
I'm in it to win it. It is, are you guys feeling a burnout?
Good.
Why are you feeling a burnout? What month is this? And does it have any connection? Thoughts, Farras?
I mean, we're
because
headed.
Even when I walked in, you said to me, because I know spring break in Las Vegas is next week, but what did you say to me?
I just feel like everybody's like at a pause. Everyone's like waiting on something. I feel like we're heading into the end of the first quarter for most businesses.
There it is.
And everybody's like at this standstill. I can feel it in, my business. I can feel it in my life. I can feel it just in general. I mean, we've been just kind of go. And all of a sudden, it's like crickets out there. Nobody's answering their phones. No one's doing anything. I think the whole craze of all these different holidays that took place. And now
freaking holidays.
It's kind of like, where is everybody? Like, what are you guys doing?
Well, look, only like a certain amount of people have kids in spring break. And so we have children.
I mean, this is but this is for everybody. I don't think it even.
No. But I'm just saying, like, I'm sort of like, because we're going on vacation next week.
Listen, my kid told me yesterday, she goes, hey, Mom, oh my gosh, it's spring break next week. I said, no, it's not. And she goes, yes, it is. And I was like, oh, man, like, that's how, like, out of tune I am with, like, oh, you're off next week? Great, cool, sounds good.
Our kids are different ages. What grade is she in?
She's in 6th.
Okay, so Rocco being in high school, now, I'm going into panic mode. It's my last kid. And, the whole, oh my gosh, you only have like 3 summers left. And okay, so that's hitting at home because I'm going to be an empty nester. And with his like diehard football schedule, we've got very limited amounts of time. We can take him on vacations without being, demoted with his football schedule regime.
That's tough.
And then we'll just talk about spring break really quick. So when you take your kids for spring break, when you're considering traveling with your kids, everything is so expensive because everybody knows Disneyland and Universal and the beaches and the warm weather places. No, it's spring break. And so it's,
but I also feel like
double, triple the amount of money.
It's almost like a month. Because California is different, Colorado is different. Everybody's a little bit different, but they're all within like the same realm. So
for about 3 weeks, everything is very expensive. So we did get creative this year. Rocco's into the supernatural and ghost hunting. And so
I can't.
We went to Savannah a couple years ago, me and Craig, and enjoyed it. It's where Forrest Gump was made. So it's beautiful. I walked around and cried. It was amazing and slow, which took me a day and a half to get used to, but I loved it. And now they say it's the most haunted city in America. So we're doing a lot of ghost tours and haunted bus tours, and I might skip a lot of it, but I will pay for it. No, I'm in it to win. Anyway, but I feel like it's okay. So from January 2nd, when everybody wants to start going to the gym and losing weight, how many people are die hard still doing that mid-March today?
What was it? I think it was in February. It was like someone had said something. They're like, "Oh, it's Blue Monday." It's where it was like, "Oh, okay, you kind of stop." I stopped. I completely stopped, but I'm picking it back up. I actually went the other night, and we're going tonight. So I'm picking it back up, and I think it's. It's a tough discipline, I think, in general, to really stick to certain things. But for me, when it comes to business, that's a whole another thing for me. Like, I want to be more prepared when it's slow. It's almost like, okay, how much can I get better at? How much can I get done? How much can I be prepared for so that when it is busy, I can just start shooting things off. Be like, yeah, here it is.
I think you should embrace this time. It's kind of like when you're sick.
It's a growth season.
And you're so mad that you're sick, but that's when you have to you need to embrace the time to reset. So I don't think there's anything wrong with having a slight burnout. You know what? I'm going to rename it though. I heard a saying and I am embracing it. All right. It is called passion depletion. Passion depletion. So here's the thing.
That's an interesting word.
Super, super passionate about selling real estate. Now, am I super passionate about door knocking? No. Do I love the result? Yes. Am I super passionate about negotiating inspection reports? Maybe not, but I'm passionate about the end result. And so when you're thinking about what you guys do in life, you don't have to be passionate about every single thing, but you do have to be passionate about the end result. Mm-hmm. And so having a passion depletion is just going to lead you to reset and refocus. Maybe if you're something over here that you've done even for years is not working. Mm-hmm. So in the real estate world, let's say you've done, your mail out farms for years and years, you've done it and it's just not working. You've spent so much money tweaking everything. It's okay to just quit and start something different. Your passion is not there anymore and that's fine. Mm-hmm. You kind of hit a wall and that's all right. So we're here today because I love social media queen, whatever, label you want to give me. I'm very passionate about social media, but I also experience passion depletion. Some days I'm just exhausted with it. I'm exhausted with myself, my face, my voice. Mm-hmm. So segue a little bit because I want to talk about, proactive lead generation and passive lead generation. Okay. So I know you're not in real estate. You support my real estate business, but that's not your passion. That's not your career.
No, but I can sure answer some questions now. I mean, after you hear the lingo long enough, it
absorbs.
You definitely absorb it. I mean, it's definitely not something, I know a lot of things now. Being a first-time home buyer, I know a lot of things that I will avoid, things like that. And I think that's really important.
Hiring me?
Yeah. I mean, I told her, I was like, I think I'm going to be a lifelong client. I mean, it's, from getting a house to not getting a house to getting a rental to being in a rental and, all the whole story. But I think, educating yourself a little bit inside of, even if it's not something that you do.
Yeah.
It's super, super important.
All right. So passive lead generation, proactive lead generation. People come to me all the time as a coach and all they want to do is, build up their social media because if done correctly over time, I'm a very slow burn type of person. I like to build very slowly and concretely. Your whole entire business is not ever going to come from passive lead generation. I call that hiding behind the screen. Okay. Because it's easy. You can do it in your house. You don't have to proactive lead generation, which is actually, I wrote it down. Okay. Proactive lead generation is more contact with the greater amount of people more frequently in a variety of places. You have to leave your house and leave your office.
Belly to belly is what we like to call it.
Belly to belly. Okay. And so I'm saying that in a greater variety of places. So if you seem to be struggling with the real estate business, we're going to go down to the brass tacks of the basics, which I started with that exploded my business.
Can we just stop right there? Because I honestly think and this may ruffle some feathers. I think sometimes people, they're like, oh, I'm going to be a real estate agent, or, oh, I'm going to go into network marketing, or, oh, I'm going to do this. And they think that if they just start something, they have a website and a web page that business is just going to come.
And I'm going to double down on that. It's not always going to come from your sphere of influence, friends, family, and past clients.
No, they think I became a real estate agent. All of a sudden, their phone is just going to be ringing. Business is just going to be flowing in. And I think we've lost, and especially in this generation, we talk about it so much, and it literally drives me bananas. There's hard work that has to be put in. It's, we've talked about this before on podcasts and stuff like this instant gratification, I started my business. Okay. So what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
So I think that's great when you talk about, the lead generation and things like that. Having more contact with greater people and more places, that means you have to, excuse my language, get up off your ass and go and connect with people, network with people, meet new people, be friendly. And honestly, like if you're really not that friendly and it's not really your jam and maybe you're more introverted, then maybe this isn't the career choice for you.
Sometimes I have had to have the hard conversation, like, real estate might not be for you. You might be better as a loan officer or a title rep.
Yeah.
If it's in the same vein.
Yeah.
But here's my point is that why I'm so passionate about social media is because it goes far and wide. It goes worldwide. You can connect with the greater amount of people. When you're belly to belly, it's just one-on-one. Yeah. But guess what? That's where more immediate results, because social media I've been building for 14 years and now people are used to me, and you do connect.
People refer you because they're like, oh my gosh, she was so attentive and she met me here and she went there, and her personality is so bright. And some people may say it's too much, but I mean, do you want someone that's just like, hey, how you doing? Like we're going to look at this house. Like, how many houses do you want to look at? Like, it's a drag. I've walked into so many places, I mean, over the last 4 years.
Like open houses and to new builds, to so many different places here inside of Las Vegas. And it's like, it's hit or miss. Like, I literally would walk in and be like, hey, how are you? And they're like, hey. Like, the door to the models is over there.
Yeah, that doesn't make me excited that,
if you have any questions.
And, I mean, let's be honest, as a real estate agent, in this industry, and I think most things, you're a salesperson.
Yeah, and you're not only, selling the products that people want to see.
You're selling yourself too.
You are selling yourself.
Like, you're a salesperson. You're making a sale.
So,
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're making a sale. Like, listen, there's no way to get around it. Like, you're selling a home, you're making money off somebody. Like, I made sure that when we were looking at houses, I said, how much is she going to be getting? Because I know her time is precious, but at the same time, she already knows she's going to get it. We may not have to talk about the percentage and things like that, but this is a sales thing. And if you've ever been in sales, I grew up in sales, customer service. So it's that's why I'm kind of so passionate about it.
And because we came that way, we want to make sure that the person on the other side that's servicing us is going to be, getting the amount of money that they deserve, which is nice. But listen, it's not typical.
Listen, and I don't mean to like toot Erin's horn, but there was a time in 2020 that we would look at, I would say, over 25 homes in 2 days. And she did that on her time with no money. And we didn't
once a week.
And we didn't buy for almost 3 years. And it's like, for me, like, I almost wish the commission was bigger because of the amount of time that she had invested prior. Like, it's, you know what I mean? You're not getting paid for that, And it's like some of these people that are sitting in these houses and, things like that. And they're just like, oh, hey, like, you're not getting paid to just, some people are, like the new builds and stuff. Like, but are you good with that?
But I have to say, when we were going 2020, 4 years ago, what was the first thing I said? I am going to videotape all of these homes and put it on my social media and put the price points. You don't have to be in the video, or you can be in the video. Mm-hmm. So it's working a double edge. That's why, it doesn't matter to me.
You're reaching more people. Not only are you belly to belly, but you're also reaching more people and you're showing them what's out there too. So sorry, we went off rail, but it really grinds my gears. And
to think it's that easy. And also, like, just people's total outlook just in general and how they greet people. Like, I know this is so off, but it literally, like, I don't know what's going on in everybody's everyday life. And I know sometimes, people they're going through it, but like, man, like, hey, I catch a million more bees with honey. I mean, is that the saying? I mean, like, I'm so positive all the time. Things just flow my way. Give it away to start your day.
Like,
I'm really positive. I understand.
So you can keep going onto your point, but it's like, literally, like, you could have a bad moment. Don't make it ruin the day.
Don't make it about somebody else either. Yeah. Well,
don't make it ruin the day. Have a bad moment. Trust me, I have bad moments every day, but I don't let it say, you know what, today was a complete, you know what I mean? Like, don't make it the whole day.
No. Okay, and so when you get to that point that you're hitting your burnout skid, you are having your passion depletion, you need to remind yourself that you have to keep doing what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it at the highest level.
Good. That's so good.
Just going to repeat that. Doing what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it at the highest level is going to keep you at the top of your game. Because
Could literally go on a tangent.
Do I like working out? No.
She doesn't work out.
Okay, well I did. Do I love the results? Do I like dieting or remaining on my no carb keto diet all the time? No. Do I love the results? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so basically, when you're having more contact with more people in different variety of places. And listen, I'm here to tell you guys, little sales pitch, little commercial, all of these proven tactics are in my portal. So my subscription, it's called the Social Collection, literally broken down into little tiny millions of videos and pieces to keep you guys on track. Because what exploded my business as a fresh real estate agent was 30 open houses in 30 days. Sounds fun?
Basically,
does it sound fun?
Yes, think about it this way. Think about it in a way is that, you know, there's going to be so many people that come before you or after you. And in this sense, instead of having to learn it all on your own, you're cutting that learning time in half.
Oh, I tell everybody it took me 7 years to get here.
Right.
I want to cut your 7 years down to as fast as you can go, down to 6 months, down to 3 months, down to a year. If you're in here because you can call me like your mentor, your tutor, I've been there, done that. Here is what works. And I'm always updating, keeping my finger on the pulse of today's market. So that's the difference. Mm-hmm. And so back to 30 open houses in 30 days. Did I want to do it? No. But I did what I didn't want to do when I didn't want to do it at the highest level. And in that 1 month, I got 6 listings and 4 buyers. And so I break it down to which open houses, what price point, what she should be doing. And my little magical tweak on that is once it was a vacant home, which is part of the process. Mm-hmm. Once it went into escrow, I respectively asked, I was actually the buyer's agent. I asked my buyer, I asked the listing agent and the seller if I could remain in the house open housing for the remainder of the escrow time, because I would be in the home every day, keeping it safe, keeping it fresh, keeping it clean. Mm-hmm. So when people would walk in, I would say, oh, we just went under contract, but here is 15 other homes, a little bit higher, lower price point.
Yeah, that's key.
Lock up the door. Let's go see them.
I don't think I've ever seen that with any other real estate agent.
Because I am good.
I don't think I've seen
Open house queen. I'd actually rather have that than social media queen, because
we're coming into that season again. You might be here seeing us do podcasts from different houses. That'll be fun.
I know.
Spring and summer coming.
I know. We're going to be traveling a lot, which is good. So my point to your burnout, when you are maybe out of escrows and, you know, you start to get a little fluttered because you're out of escrows, you're enjoying the time.
Is it burnout or is it comfortability? Or is it both?
Oh, it can be, well, when you're burnout, you have too much going on. Mm-hmm. You're in the midst of 6, 7, 9 escrows. You don't know how to systemize and monetize.
But how many people get comfortable? You're in 6 escrows and you're like, oh, okay, I could just relax. Like, no, you can't. Don't take your foot off the pedal.
Don't take your foot off the pedal.
Like,
we work when people sleep. So here's my other sales pitch is that during those 7 years of building, I want to let you guys know I literally did it all by myself. I would wake up at 3:30, 4 a.m., which I still do. 4 a.m. club. It's in the portal. Go subscribe. But
for me.
And I would work all night. I wouldn't watch TV. I miss some, I was growing really hard and fast and missed a lot of my kids and family life. That's why I'm here to help you shorten it. But it was finally time. I went to one of the EXP cons. I took a class. I took, a little sales pitch about virtual assistants, and I brought one on, and it was at a time where I wasn't overwhelmed. So you should never hire in any business an assistant, a manager, a virtual assistant when you're overwhelmed, because you will not be able to train them properly.
Oh, it's double time.
That is a vibe.
It's double time.
So if you are experiencing,
you think you're overwhelmed now, hire someone, and then you'll hire someone and you'll never see someone leave faster. Because not only are you going to be overwhelmed, you're going to be training in overwhelm.
Agitated, skipping steps. They're going to be stressed out. You're going to be stressed out.
I can't stress out enough.
So I brought on my virtual assistant. We're at 2 years this June, so a couple years ago. And it was at a point where I was out of
She was
escrows.
in between. She was in between things.
Yeah. And so I brought on this virtual assistant and trained her in depth, which now all of our virtual assistants, so we can actually help you hire a virtual assistant. We train them constantly for your needs. So they come fully trained with their schedule, with what they should be doing for an agent or somebody in business. They already have like the social media schedule that you now get to tweak. You don't have to build it out. And so I took her on, spent 6 months, both of us.
It was probably 6 to 8 months, yeah.
Training, getting all the kinks brought out, learning how to actually work with them. And now we have our virtual assistants train virtual assistants, and we're in this huge portal where we train everybody, and they are handed over to you guys at a rate of $4 an hour. That's it. I mean, my virtual assistants are...
And they're so sweet.
I cannot live without them now.
They work hard. They work so hard. And I mean, it's like, I thought I worked really hard. I mean, dang, like
they're amazing.
Sometimes I'm like, ooh, I'm like, that's fire right there.
Yeah, listen, and it's a complete write-off. And so, I mean,
yeah.
All I got to say is when you're experiencing burnout, when you have this passion depletion, when you are in a lull, that's when you need to hire out, whether you're interested in a virtual assistant or not. I mean, this is the time. And so
this is the time to grow. And
our training portal, the Social Collective, we not only train you, but we also have trained virtual assistants for what you need.
If you're not growing, you're dying. So
if you're not posting, you're dying.
If you're not growing, you're dying. I mean, bottom line, like you need to be ready for anything, because we may be feeling this kind of pause right now with all of this, whether people are overwhelmed or the depletion or any of that stuff.
Or the election.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys are waiting for the market to do something crazy. I don't know what you're thinking.
I'm always here for your questions if you want to talk about what the market is doing.
But you guys need to be ready. Like everybody needs to be ready, because you don't want to be, number one, left behind, and you don't want to be hit and then get into overwhelm within 2 weeks when things are just rolling and your phone's going crazy.
Yeah, let's say those interest rates dip and your phone's nuts and you weren't prepared. You didn't get these systems in place.
Always
you didn't
be ready.
Answer the questions.
Know.
Sleep
Always
with your tennis shoes on.
Yeah, be ready to go.
Okay, so the last thing is, if you guys feel like you want some direction, some training, I mean, it's all in our new portal called the Social Collective.
You need it. Listen, bottom line.
Links in the bio.
Listen, we're gonna plug this. This is for sure gonna be a plug. Listen, a Social Collective is literally your fast track to success with social media. If you knew absolutely nothing, this is exactly where it needs to go.
I mean, I've done all the work, passing it on to you, and we'll just put it out there. So this is the month of build and growth, and so it's only $25.99 this month, and it only jumps to $40 after this. But let's tell them what you get with it. Literally,
everything.
All of your social media broken down into your platforms.
It's literally social media,
your open
real
houses,
estate,
proactive lead generation, mindset, virtual assistants. It will blow your mind.
It's a Netflix.
It is. Oh, I have my own Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
like
insane.
A Netflix. You can literally just stream it. I mean, you can stream it on your phone. You can stream it on a laptop. You can stream it on an iPad. You can stream it anywhere, and you can just learn, and you can really watch them.
Yeah, because we have this month of build, next month when it actually opens, we're starting 2 times a month Zoom, where I'll be on there actually teaching you guys, if you haven't watched the videos, how to proactive lead generation.
It's really one-on-one. It's really, having that, getting those questions like, well, I'm not really sure. And I think something super important is no question is a stupid question.
No.
Like, there's no stupid question. Like, you may feel like, oh, well, it's like I post this and I don't, like, no question is a stupid question. Like, let's get you to a point where you are the best.
Well, where you're getting in front on social media, where you're getting in front of the most amount of people in the most variety of ways with saying something of value. Okay. So we're kind of like training you on social media, cleaning up your algorithm.
Everybody deserves to be successful.
Yes. And
there's
so
room for everybody at the table.
When you first met me, I mean, a million years ago in the wedding industry, I was always like community over competition. I love to get together with everybody, answer your questions.
Could you imagine if everybody was a millionaire? Like, everybody that you knew was a millionaire?
We could all shop at Whole Foods.
Yeah, but how different the world would be.
So nice.
Like, not even necessarily nice, but how different it would be, how giving it would be. Like, everyone deserves, there's a place, there is enough homes in this city for everybody to be successful.
Over 250,000 and growing.
We're gonna, Erin's gonna help you get there. So you need
and not just this city, in any city.
It's ErinPiersonMills.com. Just sign up, just do it, and don't Just don't ask questions. Just do it.
Can I just say $25.99 for this month?
Oh,
literally, how many? Oh, I need your Starbucks cup. Oh no, it's one Starbucks cup. That's how much. How much are these things? They're actually a lot more. Oh,
that was $29.
So don't buy this and buy yourself something to like actually be successful in your business. Don't Postmates a couple times this week, like, and I'm a write-off.
Listen, that's 4 Starbucks. How many? We all know you get Starbucks.
Make your own coffee, like I do.
You're an agent. Okay?
Yeah, you can do
get
it.
Starbucks. They probably know your order.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and I hope that we refilled your passion depletion tank.
It's
and if
coming.
you
Be ready.
need any help, I'm always available. You can DM me. You can text me. Subscribe to the Social Collective, and we will all be on Zoom twice a month. And if you live in Vegas, one time in person. So love that. Love that. All right. Have such a great week. If you have a child coming up to spring break, have a wonderful spring break. And you know what? Send me a message and tell me what creative trips that you took that's not going to break the bank. If you're going to Disney this week, wow. You know what? I pray for you.
Good luck.
I do. All right. Have a great day, you guys. Love you.
Mwah.